Hi first graders, it's Mrs. White. I am here because I'm going to help you get some costumes ready for your big fairy tale debut. I have some ideas to help you make a costume by using things that you have right in your house. I hear that you get to pick the character that you want to be, which is really exciting. And there are all sorts of tools that you have in your house that you can use. Some might be surprising to you that can help you actually make a costume. So I have some ideas that I'd like to share with you today. First of all, if you would like to be any sort of a princess type character, you definitely need a crown. And this crown was actually, if you can see inside here, it was made out of a cereal box. So when we were done eating our Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I took the box, we cut out the crown shape, and then we ended up stapling it together and putting a little piece of tape on the back just to make it safe. And then my daughter Meg decorated it with markers. Another feature that a princess might need to have is a wand. And this wand is actually made out of a stick from our backyard, more of that cereal box that was decorated in marker, and then this is actually wrapping ribbon that you use to make a gift look beautiful. So together, all of these tools are great accessories to be a princess. Then when Meg dressed up as a princess, I actually had her go through her closet and find her own clothing that she could turn into a princess outfit. So she found a skirt that she had worn and she put it all together, and with her wand and her crown, she looked like she could be any sort of princess from a fairy tale. Was Little Red Riding Hood, and as you know, Little Red Riding Hood has a red hood that she wears, and she carries a picnic basket. Well, we don't have a red cape at our house, but what we found was actually a red picnic blanket. On the inside, there's a different pattern, but we were able to put this around her neck, this large blanket, and then we used a chip clip to keep it closed at the center. And then we didn't have a brown wicker picnic basket, but we have a green one. So we took the green basket and we put a towel on the inside and kind of draped that over the edge to make a cool Little Red Riding Hood picnic basket. What I thought would have been really cool, and maybe you have this at your house, is if we would have had like a big loaf of bread sticking out. I couldn't find a loaf of bread to put in our picnic basket, but that would be a really neat accessory too. Another character that you might want to be is Jack and the Beanstalk. And as you know, he carries a pouch of magic beans. So we found a cloth napkin and some twine, just a roll of twine that we actually had in our garage, and tied that up to look like his little sack of beans. And then, of course, he needs to climb up the beanstalk. And for that, we made a beanstalk out of a paper chain, and we put leaves on it to make it look more like a beanstalk. And then when Meg posed for her picture as Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk, we taped this beanstalk to the ceiling so it looked like it was coming down. So we thought that was a cool idea for a beanstalk. Another idea that we had is for Meg to be one of the three little pigs. And for that, she went in her closet, and this is a good idea for so many of these different characters that you could be. If you go in your closet and you find clothing that is that color, so for a pig, you could be pink, looking for pink clothing. If you wanted to be the big bad wolf, you could look for gray and black clothing. She actually, for some of her costumes that she shared with you today, wore t-shirts backwards so you wouldn't see the picture on the front and it just had the solid color. So anyway, to be one of the three little pigs, we actually made a mask, and guess what? It was made out of that cereal box again. So we cut it out and then drew on the pig nose and some pig ears, I cut out the holes for the eyes, so that would be a good grown-up project. Took a hole punch on either side, tied some yarn on so that she could tie this around her face, around her head, and then have a mask to be one of the 3 little pigs. Now, in the resources that I'm including for this project as well, there is a wolf mask that I thought you could print out on paper, or maybe you could try drawing it on paper, and then you could use that as well for a mask. I'm also including just a blank template for a mask. So not that it would look like a pig, it just has this oval shape and then the eye spaces. And that mask you could end up using for so many different characters by just adding features onto it. If you wanted to be one of the Billy Goats Gruff, you could add some goat horns on top of your mask. If you wanted to be the grumpy old troll that lives under the bridge, you could maybe add some crazy green hair to your mask. So this mask, not as the pig, but just the plain mask, would be a great resource for you to make lots of different costumes for as well. So I hope that these ideas help. Please reach out to me if you have an idea and you're just wondering how you could actually make that idea. I would love to help you out with that. So have fun. Remember, the goal of the project is to look in your house and to use things you have at home. Have fun creating, and I can't wait to see all of your different characters. Bye. Please remember, you can always get in touch with me, Mrs. Sprunger, or Mr. Manley if you have any ideas that you need help with. I would be happy to help. Thanks.